You're listening to Not a Ready-Made History, a 4-part radio series put together by myself, Hera Chen, and Edwin Nasser, as part of Savvy Contemporary's Savizaar. In this series, we will be assembling and engaging the voices, experiences, and sounds from uprisings that took shape in 2019 and beyond, and continue to unfold in Beirut, Hong Kong, but also Khartoum, Yangon, and other such localities, in order to draw parallels from and articulate solidarities between mass mobilizations across different contexts. The 4 parts are structured around reporting, unionizing, interfering, and instituting, each of which constitute part and parcel of the strategies, tactics, and modes of engagement we embrace and witness in times of uprisings and state violence.
When you were speaking about 2019's anti-extradition law movement, seeing all these little booths, so besides artists, there are also like construction workers, teachers, you name it. So whatever career. And they are doing that because they are also seeing the importance of forming their own kind of unions to fight against unjust law. And we have this gigantic oppressor, coming down from Beijing, and the Chinese Communist Party is taking hold on Hong Kong. And when we still have law and order, so maybe it's our last chance to fight back legally. So that was in the back of my mind when they invited me to become one of the first members to sign the founding members sheet.
And again, like I'm sort of reinterpreting this as being a kind of cultural working movement of this idea and this kind of possibility, like spreading from person to person, and all of a sudden creating conditions of possibility that didn't exist previously. Really, the main element, like the main concrete practice of the general strike was cutting off roads, was blocking roads, because of course, again, there's no productive, almost no productive sector of Lebanon.
Like spatial understanding of like how and where we go, even though it could show in, for example, where people might, hide. In this situation with Khartoum, for example, neighborhood committees could actually work effectively because they were the ones that knew their neighborhood even better than the state did. They were the ones that knew their surroundings and the ins and outs. And they relied on relationality, like what kind of network was set up that wasn't really predicated on what formal, let's say, organizing would be, which is like certain concepts and ideologies, but it was more connections to the people that were around them.
So to conclude, thank you again. You are listening to Not a Ready-Made History, a 4-part radio series put together by myself, Hera Chen, and Edwin Nasser, as part of Savvy Contemporary's Savizaar.